Good morning. This is Bill Hurst. I'm here at Highland Hill Farm. I'm here with Mark and Seth. And what I wanted to talk to them today about and give them a little lesson here on Bank of America and some of these big banks and how they've screwed people and how you may be able to get back at them. Now, Bank of America foreclosed on a lot of properties. If you lost your property due to a foreclosure and Bank of America didn't properly read the documents on the foreclosure may be illegal because it was a fraudulent foreclosure. So, you must go to your attorney, and what you should do is you should have your attorney draw up documents to put what's called lis pendens on your property. Now, this is all what I think you should do, which is a claim of an owner equity interest. In other words, you lost your property at foreclosure, however, you lost it fraudulently because Bank of America did not read the documents properly. And because of that, you never really lost your property because they used a fraudulent means to take your property from you. So what you do is you file lis pendens, which says you have an owner equity interest in the property, that though it may have been stolen from you, you still own it. So what you do is you file this owner equity interest, and then what happens is the new owner of the property, if the bank has sold it, doesn't have clear title to the property. Now, in order to get clear title, they'll go back to their insurance company and say, hey, my title's not clear. Oh, so the insurance company then takes on the fight for you and takes that to Bank of America and seeks a redress for your grievance from Bank of America in order to clean the title and get you off of the lis pendens. So you see, you have a fight, and those big banks, though they screwed the hell out of you, you can fight back. Now, another way to get them is to write a letter to Bank of America. Now, just don't send it to Bank of America. Send it to the legal department of Bank of America. Just send a letter saying, hey, I think you may have fraudulently stolen my property through a foreclosure. And if you want to negotiate with me in good faith, I'm willing to talk to you. But you have to respond within 2 weeks. Put them on notice. Now that's just my opinion. I'm not an attorney, but what do you guys say about that? Ready to take on Bank of America?
Why not?
Why not? What do you say, Mark?
Like a lien, lis pendens? Is that L-I-E-S-P-E-N?
It's an L-E-I-N. It's like a lien.
So this is sort of like lien pendens.
Lis pendens says, in essence, that you have an owner equity interest in the property. You don't know what it is, but it's something. You know, what is it? It could be that, you had an expired agreement of sale on the property. That could be a path to take. But at any rate, what you have to do is you have to seek legal redress for your grievance. Don't let Bank of America screw you, because they really want it. They want you bad, and you just don't let them get a piece of you. Just remember, Bank of America, Barack Obama's bank. He helped them. He bailed them out. He set them up to do this to you, and now this is what happens. So you got to fight them back. Thank you. This is Don Hurst. He's busy at work at 7 o'clock in the morning, and he's already working. He's 88 years old, and he's sorting out nuts and bolts for us here at Highland Hill Farm. And we're on Route 313 in Fountainville. Say good morning, Pop.
Good morning.
And
axiom is waste not, want not.
Yep, my father here, he's working every day, cleaning up stuff, putting things away. But what we're here to talk about today is lost opportunities in America. Okay, here at Highland Hill Farm we grow a lot of trees, plants, and shrubs. We actually have locations in New York, Virginia, Pennsylvania, North Dakota, Montana, and New Mexico, where we have operations. We grow a lot of trees, we have cattle, we have winter wheat, we have large timber tracts, and we grow a lot of trees here in Pennsylvania on many locations and many properties. But what we want to talk about today is why the hell should we grow more trees and shrubs? And that is because if I were to die, I would have to have every tree and shrub I have appraised so that the estate could pay estate taxes on them. So the more you produce, the more liabilities you produce. So as you get older, you have to make the determination, how do you get out of business? Because if you stay in business, it becomes a big liability for your family. Now, Barack Obama doesn't seem to care about that. Barack Obama seems to think that if he could just make the pie more equal for everybody, there'd be more for everybody. But how could that be? Because if the pie is going to be made equal, somebody's got to lose something. So they're going to take something from somebody. Especially if you don't have the incentive to produce more. If you have the incentive is to produce less, there'll be less pie for people to eat.
They're destroying incentives.
Yep, Pop, they are destroying incentives. So that is the question. Why should we produce more if what we produce becomes a liability? And why would we take that risk of producing more when you go and sell it, you have to give more of it to the government? It just doesn't make any financial sense. So therefore, I can just say with a degree of certainty of almost 100%, Highland Hill Farm will be selling off trees, plants, and shrubs to get out of business as soon as possible. Now, it may take us a couple of years because we have thousands of trees and shrubs, but we will be working on it because we're not going to give Barack Obama any more than we have to. That old boy, if he wants to produce more, he can do it. Let him condemn our properties and start to produce more. I don't think it's going to work. But, we can always hope, we know that, if the government takes over all the means of production, we know the production will plummet to zero. The only thing the government is good at is creating red tape and boondoggles. It's like California has their welfare system, and it turns out a lot of the people are going to Vegas and Miami, to Hawaii, Alaska. They're on cruise ships. I mean, this is what welfare gives you. The welfare state is here, and I guess we're just going to have to face the music and figure out ways that we can divest ourselves of the liabilities of having to pay for it. So give us a call at 215-651-8329 and help us with our closeout sales to get rid of all our trees, plants, and shrubs. We'll be working hard to get out of business as soon as possible. As I say, it may take a couple of years, but we're going to work We're going to become a socialist. We're going to let the government take care of us instead of us taking care of ourselves. Thank you.
Hello, here at Highland Hill Farm we have many types of sizes of burning bush. And this is the smaller size. This is a burning bush that's $35. Over on my other side, this one here, that's the burning bush. That's our $50 size burning bush. And that's our $75 size burning bush.
And those are the 2010 prices.
Yes, they are.
And we have more of these out in the field. And as you can see down through here, we have quite a few of them ready to go. So just give us a call if you want to pick them up, 215-651-8329, or we can deliver and plant for you. Thank you. These are more deer-resistant plants here at Highland Hill Farm. This is a dwarf Alberta spruce. It is deer-resistant. This is an arrowwood type viburnum. That is also deer-resistant. And of course the spruces, like the blue spruce, Norway spruces, and all the types of spruces that have a hard needle are deer resistant as well. So give us a call at 215-651-8329 for your deer resistant. These are Bennett's compact hollies. A nice bush for along a walkway, easy to maintain, hardy, and not expensive. So give us a call, 215-651-8329 at Highland Hill Farm. These are Hetz columnar junipers. They're a deer-resistant juniper that grows to about 15 foot high by 5 foot wide.